Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In the last videos you saw the fact that we brought an FTO, we had no keys, we had no logbook, and you also saw me start to tackle the underneath work. You also saw me trying to start the vehicle for the very first time in over 10 years, which is nuts, and we're going to continue that today. However, there has been some stuff hitting the YouTube and the social media car scene regarding cloned vehicles. And if you saw Matt Armstrong's last video and a few other people's videos regarding cloned vehicles, it got me worried. My vehicle's an old vehicle, it's an FTO, it's a classic JDM car. You know, no one's likely to clone it, but it did get me thinking that maybe I should do the checks on my vehicle, not through Car Vertical. I kind of know the history and the timeline of it, but for more so checking stuff like engine numbers, chassis numbers, stuff like that. Because if you remember, I brought this vehicle with no logbook, which we have now, and we also brought it with no keys, which we've done, we fixed. In all intents and purposes, I've actually got a vehicle now. I have a logbook, I have a vehicle, and I have the keys. So does that mean that I own the vehicle? Or does that mean that the vehicle isn't cloned? I don't know. As well as an update on all the stuff. Fuel tank primered, ready to go, calipers, rear calipers painted, parts on the way, parts here, and it's so difficult to get the parts. Like, you know, we're that used to ordering stuff like on Amazon and it comes the next day. It's not that easy. We've also going to take a trip over to my good friend Jack over at Project Powder Coating. He's powder coated my rear anti-roll bar, and he's also going to be doing some other stuff for me. So Jack and the team, thank you over at Project Powder Coating. I will leave a link in the description box below where you can find those guys. They are in the West Midlands, fantastic group of people, highly recommend them. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. Let's go. So I'm going to try and get as much footage as possible before and after, guys. So as I keep saying, we're going to go from basically this lip here where the fuel tank goes, the front where the handbrake cables go through. We're going to treat and do some repairs this way. Now, as you can see, it's not actually that bad. We've got some little bits going on. I've took the heat shield off. It's not actually that bad. So I'm really pleased with the condition of it. A little bit of surface rust there we're going to clean up. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to schultz all inside the chassis rails, all inside those little holes there, and we're going to get the back bumper off as well, and I'm going to treat beyond the back bumper. There are some amazing YouTube channels out there, Fully Loaded Garage. They're actually restoring an FTO at the moment, and I've got to say the quality of the workmanship that they are doing regarding how much detail they're going in. They've painted the inside and the underneath the car as good as the outside of the car. I've got to say they've done some amazing work. For me, I'd be scared to use it because it looks so good. But what I want to do with this is make it a daily driver, jump in it, drive it, that sort of thing. And so I want to make it so it's easy maintenance as opposed to it being a showroom condition car. This car for me, I want to take along, drive along, do all the good stuff, enjoy it, and do some crazy mods in the future. But for now, this is why I want to restore it to the way I want to restore it, because it's not going to be a showroom car, as in like it's not going to be mint. It's going to be good, hearty condition, as in it's going to be withstand the UK weather, and I'm going to do it to a high level. I'm just not going to paint the underneath the same colour as the car and sort of make it look clean underneath. It's going to be black, schultzed in the chassis, and as I keep saying, wrapped aligned underneath for hard work protection, if you know what I mean. So let's get on with cleaning it up, schultzing in the chassis rails, and get it prepped ready for paint. So as you can see, this is the one, this is the driver's side rear wheel well. You can see I said I was going to seam all the panels, and that's exactly what I've done. I've seam sealed all the panels, and we've now got it all in etch primer ready to be treated again. The more layers you put on this, obviously the longer it's going to last, so we're going to do multiple layers on this, because this is, you know, you got to think this is the part of the chassis which takes the most brunt because of all the wheels flicking all the mud and the dirt up and everything. And you know, like I keep saying, you know, we want this to last. So not sure what you can see, but I have done underneath as well, this side, so I'm tackling it part by part. So yeah, I'm going to finish off here on this side today, but I'm super pleased with what we've done. We've prevented a lot of rust from happening in the future, and we've also future-proofed it for, well, hopefully years to come. That's the driver's side rear wheel arch done. So while we were waiting for the underneath to dry, I cracked on with some upgrades. As you can see, we upgraded the rear bulbs for some LEDs, which look fantastic. And here is the Raptor lined underneath. And all I can say is this was an absolute pleasure to do, and it was quite satisfying. The Raptor lining is very forgiving. All I will say is just take your time and just work it through. As you can see, this is a true transformation for the underneath, and I absolutely loved this process. I can't wait to get the new parts on this vehicle and get it back on the deck to see exactly how it looks with the uprated suspension. We have ordered some other new parts which haven't came in yet, but as you can see, this is looking amazing. And I can't wait to get the rest of the under vehicle Raptor lined and the extra new parts fitted. So the fuel tank has been cleaned, dipped, stripped, and is in full primer ready to go. I'm not going to start painting this because I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that once we've done some other bits. So I'm going to paint all those other bits together. So that's ready to go. So we've also painted some of the calipers, the rear calipers, they're up and ready. We'll go over those as well. We'll reassemble all of those. We've got some suspension bits to do. So here we have our Powerflex bush. We've got to put in the rear trailing arms, but to do that we need to get the old ones out. And to do that we need to go somewhere and get a special tool. So here we are at Nielsen Tools, and I absolutely love this place. Aisles upon aisles of tools, equipment, anything you need, regardless of what trade you are in, Nielsen have it. And the staff there are absolutely amazing as well. I can't say enough about the staff. They are absolutely fantastic. Again, it doesn't matter what industry you are in, what tradesman you are, these guys have what you need. You can find a lot of their stuff online, and again, this brand is getting more and more popular by the day, just for their quality and their fantastic value for money. They have everything from your standard stuff like spanners and sockets to my favourite place, which is the Toolbox showroom. I love this place. This is my favourite place. And as you can see, their toolboxes are amazing, exceptional quality and fantastic value. And sometimes they even come with tools, which is even better. But one of my favourite setups is this bad boy. This is garage goals. To have a complete workshop looking like this, set up like this, would be an absolute dream come true. So, if you haven't checked out Nielsen Tools, please go and give them a look. Go and check them out on Instagram. Go and follow all their social medias. I'll put all the links in the description box below. But let's get back to the workshop. Now, back to the task in hand. After coming back from Nielsen Tools, we have just the tool. Thanks guys for this. This is the press and pull slave kit. This has a few bars, as you'll see. You basically put the two cups either end and then you just simply tighten or untighten depending on which way you want to go, and it will press the bushes out and in for you. It's a fantastic bit of kit, and it definitely saved the day. As you can see, the bushes are in. The arms are Raptor lined with a gunmetal grey Raptor liner, and it is ready to go back on the vehicle. Let's get these installed. Let's go.
Got a monster inside of me, you better watch out. If your enemy's a road ahead, a full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me, and he gets caught real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the score, never getting bored. Loves the blood and gore, always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really listen until they feel the force of blood in. If you start shit, you be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped, you be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. There's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
So as you can see, we have got most of the new parts onto the rear. However, we need new hardware, and at this point I was sick of waiting for parts, so I just went ahead and fitted up the back end together. New hardware is on its way, but for now we're going to use the old nuts and bolts, and we can always install them later on. And as you can see, this vehicle is absolutely looking tremendous. So again, I was waiting on a few parts, so I cracked on and got done what I could do while the new parts were waiting to come in. So guys, we've hit a bump in the road with the FTO build. It's taken me a while to get to this stage. It's quite a big bump. It's nothing I can get round, unfortunately, with the car. It's something I'm going to have to share with you in the next video. But trust me, it is worth subscribing and hitting that notification bell for the next video. The next video you won't want to miss.